Sometimes a guitar arrives and words don't do it justice. This is one of those guitars. Let's check out the Gretsch Custom Shop Heavy Relic Pink Penguin. This demo isn't going to be our kind of usual format for anybody who's familiar with the Guitar Guitar channel, in which that's a reminder, if you're not, you should like and subscribe this video, which again, there's a complete flip because I usually say that at the end of the videos. But we recently got delivery of this Gretsch Custom Shop Heavy Relic Penguin, and let me just double check my notes to get the full name right. It is a Gretsch Custom Shop G6134T 1959 Pink Penguin Faded Shell Pink Heavy Relic. This guitar is absolutely stunning. I don't need to tell you that because you can see it. It's one of the few kind of Gretsch custom shops that we get in the store. We don't tend to see a lot of these, and whenever they arrive, they are a particular main event. So for this video, I'm not really going to, run down too much of it. There is some kind of cool things happening with the pickups in here, and I will spend a little bit of time kind of talking about them. But in all honesty, this guitar shines just with its sound. So I've got a couple of loops prepared. I'm going to just kind of play over them, do a variety of tones. I'm going through a Neural DSP Quad Cortex for all the pedal sounds, and we are using our Victory Amps jack head with the matching cab today. So that's all the sounds you're going to hear. But do enjoy this. It's a lovely guitar to play. I don't really need to, again, much like the looks of it, I don't need to say how nice this thing plays, because as you would imagine. But if you do want to see a little bit more of the specs, then the link will be in the description just below. It'll take you to our website. So let's just jump into some tones. So with this guitar, one of the main features that you'll have noticed that it has 3 pickups in it. Now this Custom Shop Penguin has been loaded with 3 Seymour Duncan pickups in the bridge. We have a Classic Plus in the middle, we just have a Classic, and then at the neck we have a Supertron. Now the controls of this guitar may seem really intimidating, but trust me, it is actually quite easy to figure out. So much like all Gretches, this is your master volume, and each one of these pots here is going to relate to each of the pickups. Now, our first one, or I guess, like, depending on how you're looking at it, it may be the last one, but the one on the left here, this is your pickup selector. So this acts just as a traditional three-way. So I'm on my bridge here, which is that classic plus. Right in the middle, you're using both of your outside ones as kind of traditional three-ways go. And up on the neck there, that is obviously going to be your neck pickup. So. Now, where some of the fun comes in, and certainly some of the confusion comes in as well, is when it comes to this middle toggle switch here. Now, this is going to control our middle pickup. So when it's in its middle position there, I've said middle several times, which was take a drink, I guess, every time I say that. But when it's in the middle position there, it is not active. You've just got your classic, obviously, like you just heard. But when you start incorporating each of the positions here, you've got a series and a parallel option for it. So that's when it's down. And obviously that'll kind of change depending on which pickup you've got active on the first one. So let's try it on the neck first before activating all three there. So here's just the neck again for reference. So that was using the middle position to activate all of the pickups there. So obviously, if you want to leave that in a position, say, we want all three active, and then you want that sound going on, you still have the ability to obviously control each of the pickups. So if I want to just take my neck out there, that last sound there was just the middle pickup engaged as well. So it's, you don't really need to rely on all that. If you do find that you're maybe getting a bit confused, obviously, with all the knobs and all the pickup selectors, sorry, then you do have the option, obviously, just to use the dials if you want to. Now, making it quick as well, we'll look at this last switch here. And this is basically going to be our tone control. In the middle, totally bypassed. We've got it basically maxed out on full. I'll go back to my bridge for that also. So that can be quite dramatic depending on what you need it for. It's essentially what kind of I see it as is you've got one position that's like tone knob rolled halfway down, and then one position that's like tone knob rolled all the way off, which, you know, it saves you kind of having a mess about, and certainly I think if they added another knob on this, it may be overkill. But just a very quick last one as well. This is just a standby switch. You'll see this on some other Gretsch models as well, which when it's in the two outside positions, your sound's on. When it's in the middle, it's off. It just kind of comes in clutch if you need like a kill switch sort of deal. Not much exciting to actually show off there. So if I was to pick anything that I particularly love about this guitar, it sounds really cliche, but I think it would be quite hard because there is so much that's just gone into this to make it pretty much kind of like, you know, one of a sort of masterpiece level of guitar. Now, when you get quite hyperbolic with instruments like that, you know, it could really come off as slightly disingenuous. But in terms of like the actual craft that's gone into this guitar, as you can feel how good it is. Now, there are other guitars that feel amazing. There are other guitars that sound amazing as well. But with this, you can sort of see that harmony of, you know, the craftsmanship as well as just using all the best stuff on it. And I mean, just look at this thing. Like, it's just absolutely stunning. And when you get those kind of closer look at it in person, it's got just this stunning, like, lacquer cracking all over it. It's really, really quite subtle from a distance, but when you get up and you can see there's tons of checking on it as well. So this is obviously going to degrade as you play it for anyone who's lucky enough to own one of these. But it's just, yeah, I'm so into this thing. It's just such a cool guitar and I can't get enough of playing it. This has been a somewhat kind of rambly video as well because, you know, there wasn't much I really wanted to touch on it. I just wanted to play it for a little bit and show it off because I don't think this will last particularly long because our Gretsch custom shop guitars that arrive, they tend to not last very long. They'll go out to a very happy owner and hopefully be in their collection forever. So let me know what you think about this guitar down in the comments below. And as I mentioned right at the start of the video, a like and a subscribe does help the channel defeat that funny thing called the algorithm. And you get to keep up with all the latest news at GGHQ as well. But until next time, I've been Keiran, and this has just been a quick hangout with the Gretsch Custom Shop Heavy Relic Pink Penguin. Have a great day.